Not too long ago, I went through Western fertility treatments, and it was not only a physically draining experience where I gained 20 pounds, but also an emotional one. In Feng Shui, it is believed that pregnancy can be helped by directing your qi energies in the right way. Hello, I'm Moon. Today, I'll be joined by Feng Shui expert Donna Stellhorn and how you can use Feng Shui to help you get pregnant. So Donna, like I said, I went through Western fertility treatments and it was both a physically draining experience and an emotional one. So I'm really curious to find out how we could use Feng Shui to help us get pregnant.
Oh, there are lots of ways. And what we're doing is we want to move the energy so that the woman feels more beautiful, more fertile, but also that the man is energized too. And together, yes, babies happen.
So it's happening where? In a certain room, anywhere?
Well, yes. The best room, of course, would be the bedroom.
Okay, the bedroom is the best room.
We want to actually place things in there to increase the fertility energy. So the bedroom is where we want to do it.
Okay, so I have something for you. I have a bed, not necessarily a bedroom, but I do have a bed with a Ken and Barbie that's trying to get pregnant and have some kids.
It's fantastic, thank you.
And so what kind of things are we looking to place in the bedroom? And what are we looking to do in the bedroom?
Well, first of all, we want to make sure that there's nothing blocking the fertility in the bedroom. So we would look around and see if there's any dried plants, if there's any pictures that are of trees in winter, anything that looks that it's still or dead. We want to remove any of that.
Okay.
And then we want to introduce some things into the bedroom that are ancient fertility symbols.
Okay, so I read somewhere that you have a couple of things that you do with rice.
What we can do is take a decorative bowl like this and you put uncooked rice in it.
Right.
So I don't know if you can see. So, and then what we're going to do is we're going to actually slip this underneath the bed. And we're going to place it as much in the center as possible between the couple.
Okay, why in the center between the couple?
We're trying to bring that energy together to have more harmony.
Okay.
And the rice symbolizes the prosperity, the abundance. And so it sits underneath the bed and then we don't disturb it. Not until the baby is born.
Okay, so it's from the time of conception to the time of birth that we should keep.
Actually, even before conception.
Okay.
You want to place this underneath the bed as soon as you want to get pregnant.
Oh, as soon as you want to get pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay, so are there any other objects or images that we could place in the bedroom?
Well, there's something that Ken can do for Barbie, and that is to give her a string of pearls. Now, pearls are formed in an oyster.
Okay.
And so what happens is there is a small seed, a grain of sand, and it becomes this beautiful pearl.
Right.
So this represents something growing inside of you.
I see.
So Barbie could wear her pearls, or if she didn't feel comfortable wearing them, especially at night, we could put them on a nightstand. Do we have a little nightstand?
Yeah, I just happen to have one here for you. It's more of a makeshift nightstand.
And here they go.
Okay.
If it's a string of pearls, you could even do them in a heart shape.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be
okay.
sweet?
That would be really sweet, but I've never seen pearls in heart shape. Should she wear the pearls while she's having the you-know-what?
She wouldn't have to. Placing them on the nightstand is sufficient.
Okay, it's sufficient.
Yes.
So she would just wear it when she goes to work or she's doing things around the house. Okay,
exactly.
Okay, so,
yes.
But if she wore it doing the you-know-what, does that mean that she would be more fertile?
Well, it does create fertility energy, and when she greets her man in just pearls, he'll be excited about the prospect too.
Okay, so what other props can we put?
Well, let's say she doesn't care for pearls.
Okay.
There's an animal that represents fertility. you
Right.
probably can guess, it's the rabbit. Well, the reason is that actually, and not many people know this, but a rabbit can actually get pregnant while it's already pregnant. And so it can have 2 litters in one season. And so that's why you go outside and there's nothing but rabbits.
Right.
So placing a pair of rabbits on their nightstand could actually help the fertility energy. Do we have any rabbits?
These are so adorable.
Thank you. Now, rabbits, these could be stuffed rabbits, or they could be little statues like these. And so what they do is they remind us. And so what happens is that in our minds, subconsciously, we start to shift toward the idea of fertility.
Okay. And so why do you have 2?
Well, one doesn't make anything happen.
That's true. So it's unique. So are there any other animal symbols that also represent fertility?
This is the strongest animal symbol that you can use.
Okay.
So this is the one I recommend.
Okay, so animals. Is there any like pictures that people could put up too?
Well, what they could use is they could use a picture of rabbits. You could have 2 rabbits or even a group of rabbits, especially if you have twins in your family. That could work really well.
So, okay, so any pictures of rabbits? How about stuffed dolls or stuffed animals?
Well, again, we're looking for the rabbit.
Right.
You wouldn't want, say, a tiger and a rabbit
Right.
because somebody's going to be a snack.
Okay.
So now, speaking of snacks,
Right.
there are some fertility foods.
Right. Okay. So Donna, you mentioned some foods. So here I have a variety of foods. What do each of these represent and how can they be used for fertility?
Well, one thing that we find is something called the doctrine of signatures. And what that means is that foods that are a certain shape actually help that same shape in the body. So you could think of it like a walnut is like the shape of a brain. So therefore eating walnuts helps your brain. So what we have here is Asian cucumbers, right?
Yes, these are my favorite cucumbers. I love them so much. And so this shape represents what we all know.
Yes. And so eating these cucumbers would help in the whole fertility energy and bring more energy. And so other foods that are that shape would also work, such as bananas.
Banana, okay. I don't have that here, but we could make an obvious connection to bananas. Okay, so then a couple of things here that you have too as well.
Yes, so you can combine different foods into a nice little dessert here. So chocolate's an aphrodisiac, and if you had chocolate dipped apricots, dried apricots, you would be getting vitamins and minerals, which helps the body. And then you get the chocolate deliciousness to put everybody in the mood.
Okay, so how in terms of eating the food should we do it, or just have one item like the cucumber one night and then have the peach and the chocolate another night?
Well, what all this is about intention, because where we are intending to go, we tend to go.
Right.
And so when you might eat cucumbers all the time, every day, and not give it a second thought.
Right.
But when you're doing it with intention, when you're seeing and visualizing, then the energy comes and makes such a difference in your body.
So does it make a difference which foods the man eats and the woman eats? So maybe the man eats, I don't know, this is like so this is a little embarrassing for me, but should the man or the woman be eating the cucumber? Who should be eating the cucumber?
It's
I want to know.
actually not that complicated.
Okay.
We just want to share the energy, because the more in harmony the couple is, then the better the energy is.
Okay.
Oftentimes we run into fertility issues because somebody's worried, somebody's concerned about something. Their mind's on the office. They're worried about past issues with pregnancy. This just gives us a moment, a real moment where we're in harmony, where we really feel like we're of one mind.
Okay, so when we eat these foods, do we eat it usually, is it best to eat in the bedroom, or you can even eat it in the office and have that energy come in?
Well, we want to have the period of time between eating and the lovemaking to be as small as possible.
Oh, I see.
So if you're not a person who likes to eat in bed, if you worry about crumbs and things like that, then yes, start in the kitchen, but maybe things will progress so much that you never get to the bedroom.
Oh, I see. So try to make it as close time together between the eating and the lovemaking.
That way the intention is strong.
Okay.
And that way you're both in harmony.
Okay.
And it's really interesting too, just eating in general, it alters our breathing.
Oh, I see.
And so when two people breathe in harmony, then they are in harmony and physically and spiritually.
So then two people should eat the same food before? Would that enhance the chances of...
Yes, you'd want to find a food that could be shared.
Okay.
So if your beloved is allergic to chocolate, you want to choose something else.
Oh, I see. So maybe the peach or the cucumber. Okay. If somebody's trying to have a boy or a girl, is there certain things to do that's more proclivity towards having a boy or towards a girl?
It's interesting you should ask. In the 1950s, there was an astrologer who was working on this concept.
I see.
And he said that if the moon sign was masculine, during conception, then you would have a boy.
Oh.
So now when he did his study, he came up with about 80% accuracy, which I think is pretty amazing.
That is pretty amazing.
But I personally haven't done the research.
So what other things can we do to enhance our fertility?
Well, there's timing. And timing is important. So, there are cycles in the world and in the sky. So the most obvious cycle is the moon.
I see.
So you have a personal cycle as a woman, and then the moon has a cycle. And if you can get those two to line up, oh my goodness, then things really can happen.
Okay.
So the new moon and to the full moon is more fertile.
I see.
And so when your cycle lines up with that, wow.
Okay, so look for the moon. So any final words on what we can do to really try to get pregnant if we're having a real difficult time?
Well, all of this is to help us get into a physical space where we really feel in harmony with that child energy.
Okay.
And so these sort of things, you will find that as you do them, they will become stronger and stronger.
Okay.
So keep working at this, try the different foods, look at the timing, and allow yourself to welcome that child.
Okay. So if you're still trying to get pregnant, try these tips. They're so simple, easy, and virtually no cost. And we look forward to little ones running around your house. Donna has more information about Feng Shui and fertility, so please visit her website at fengshuiforum.com. Thanks for joining us. For all of my Asian living tips, visit my website at yinyangliving.com. Thank you. 고맙습니다.